Lose the Boss segment tonight. We continue now with the American economy. New Fox News poll asks, have the economic policies of the Obama administration helped or hurt the economy? It's a tie. 38% say help, 38% say hurt, 21% say Mr. Obama's policies have made no difference at all. To me, that's just astounding. With us now, Fox Business anchor Lou Dobbs. Now, I'm not coming at this from a partisan point of view, but you know, I'm not as smart as you and Cavuto and Varney. I mean, you guys are real pinheads. You guys really know what you're doing.
Well, you put me in illustrious company, and I appreciate the compliment.
Yeah, I know. But even I know that economically, it's not going well here. It is not going well for the American machine.
It's not going well for the American people, and that's one of the most confounding parts of all of this race between Romney and the president, is that the polls reflect just, as you've said, what you're showing there on economic policy.
Yeah.
The idea that it is this close is at once, you know, it's surprising that Romney's doing this well. It's surprising that the president is doing this well.
Why is it surprising that Romney's doing this well?
Because if you turn on any television set where there are people who are paying attention to this, somebody has advice about how Romney can be doing better.
All right.
They talk as if he's 10 points down.
And that's a good point. So the media is just slapping him around, and he's still got. But 40% of the American people, 40%, think that Barack Obama's economic policies have helped this country. Now, let's be fair, though. They have helped the auto industry.
Yeah.
All right, you would cede that.
I would say that they've helped the unions. They have helped Fiat. They have helped
well, they've helped
defer.
GM. I mean, certainly they paid the money back, GM. And it's certainly making President Obama competitive in Ohio, that he saved the auto industry and all of those jobs that might have been lost.
I love the way he's fitted for that cape. The fact is, bankruptcy court could be in exactly the same position.
But that people are not. Look,
I know they're not going to
get involved with that.
They
right?
do not want to deal with the reality.
Their jobs weren't interrupted.
Right.
They are continuing to take home a paycheck, and the president is running around saying it's because of me. And you got that poll saying 40% of the people are buying it. But they must then, even if they buy that, they're ignoring a $16 trillion debt, which I think is just going to lead us off the cliff.
They don't want to deal with the reality that $16 trillion debt, it's repeated so often it becomes a cliche and burdensome in its own way, that their children, they are taking the responsibility for their own lives and
I think it's going to be quicker than the children. I think the dollar, if this continues, is going to be decimated, and our savings and investments are going to be. And if he succeeds, the president succeeds in winning re-election and raising the capital gains tax, I'm not going to invest as much. All right, and I think a lot of people are like me. So the economy is continuing. All right, so let's get on to Mitt Romney. He's got to be as confounded as I am over these numbers. And now he's got one chance. Do you agree with that, by the way? He's got to do it on Wednesday?
He does have to do it on Wednesday. We do know that from 1980, President Reagan, then Governor Reagan, had the opportunity to do it in the final debate of that year. He turned it around in the final debate.
But you didn't have all the crazy media then that you have now.
He was not running against the media as well as Jimmy Carter. So that's one important difference. The other part is, despite the confusion, the distraction, it is up to Governor Romney to step forward and, I mean, galvanize the American public, the voting public's attention. He can't do this by saying that we both care about the middle class. The fact of the matter is, the middle class has been torn to pieces. The Republican Party isn't acknowledging the social contract and the subcontracts that have been torn to pieces.
$5,000 in a median household. You know, that's what I would have a sign if I were Romney. Just hold that up. You're getting hosed, and this guy's doing it.
But Romney doesn't even say, you know, under George Bush, when this president is bashing Bush, household income rose 18%.
In the 8 years he was in office.
Absolutely. Right. And now half of that has been torn away in 3.5 years.
All right. You're going to make a prediction for me tonight? You think Romney's going to do well on Wednesday?
I do think he's going to do well. He has.
Are you rooting for Romney, by the way?
At this point, I can't bring myself to ask for 4 more years of this.
Okay, so you actually are rooting for Romney.
Just like I said, I can't stand another 4 years of this.
Lou Dobbs,
I'll gamble on a different approach.
There you go.